Hello! Welcome to Hellstormwargaming. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Mikey and welcome to this live stream. My live stream is every single Monday, Wednesday and Friday. And today's the day we're talking about new Space Marines. New Space Marine chat time. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Let me know who you are you're watching from. I will only be talking to the top 3 people who are top fans, so make sure you spam in chat to make sure you're a top fan. None of them scrubs watching. But if you don't know what I'm about, it's because I'm streaming on both YouTube and Twitch.tv. If you're watching on Twitch.tv, hello, how are you? Thanks for tuning in, appreciate you. Thanks for the follow, Giorgio Lion, 2 hours ago. I wasn't live 2 hours ago, but thank you. We have a top chat fun. We have top fans, as you can see. You get a little name, a little thing next to your name, and then I go to top fans, and then I only talk to these 3 people, such as Slav, Mercenary Q, and Lord Nerdmaid. How are you 3 doing today? If you're not if that's not you, not interested. It could be you. You could learn to be you could learn to be you. That's for sure. Great names in chat. True. Scrub chat is best chat. It's disgusting. Don't even talk to me on here. Don't even talk to me. So welcome in, hello, it's Monday. We're going to be talking about some Space Marine character leaks. Little star next to that, bad boy. We're also going to be talking about Black Templars losing Oath of Moment. Actually crazy. And then we're going to talk about the meta. That's the plan today. Nige, thank you for the 17 months. I really appreciate you. What a boy.
Nige celebrates 17
Whoa, boy,
months
thank you
of
so much.
membership.
Appreciate you.
Does this boost my XP?
I think it does. It boosts your XP in my opinion, because what you've done is you've triggered this. As you can see, chat, this is our little counter. Okay, if you've never tuned into a live stream with Hellstormwargaming before, welcome. You're in for a treat. But this timer has 10 minutes. If someone doesn't do anything for 10 minutes, it'll disappear. But if you super chat, become a member, prime sub, gift a sub, all of those things, drop some bits over on Twitch or whatever you want to do, that number will go up. If we get to 15, I'm giving away a game. I'm giving away a whole ass game, bro. And if we get to, I mean, we won't, but if we did get to 70, I'll be giving away 70 quid. Okay. Also, Dan in chat, I've been chatting to Outpost. There was an issue with your thing, and you'll be getting that either today or tomorrow. Okay. Because I did give away vouchers, and sometimes we get little cock-ups. It wasn't my fault, promise. But yours is coming today or tomorrow. I'll be giving away £70 to the Outpost. Exclamation point Outpost in chat. That would be really cool if you want to type that command in there. I doubt we'll get there, but you never know. You know, I'm putting it there. So I'll be giving away that voucher if we hit 70 members or 70 gifted or 70 subs or 70 bits or 70 super chats in any sort of combination, and that'll be sent to you via the outpost.co.uk, which is the store that supports me. You can get all of your discounts and pre-orders there, 20% off pre-orders, 15% off anything else. So I'd really appreciate it. I'm getting 70 quid. Wait, I didn't say that, Dan. Unless we get to 70 and I give you another voucher, then you will be winning £70 plus the one I owe you. So hello, let me say hello to everyone in chat. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. Let's have a look. Execrator's Wild in Wrath Procession. That's interesting. Never mentioned Execrator, you did. I never mentioned Execrator, you did, bro. I'll be back with some super chats. You have to be, babe. You have to be in it to win it, you know? Let's go giveaway. I have some games. How you doing, bud? Thanks for tuning in. How you doing? Well. We got about 8 minutes to trigger it. Yeah, don't forget there is a delay. Okay. Maybe I should put deck on timeout so others can overtake you. Imagine. Lost their oats. Yeah, the Black Templars did lose their porridge. Their morning porridge. Selling out like Valrak? What do you mean? Give me that first. Who is top? Who's top fans? I'm not interested. If you're not top fan, I don't care. Let's have a look. Yo, hey, Decknell, Des, how are you guys doing? You are only at 75 XP. You could solidify your top place with a super chat. That is all I'm saying. That is all I'm saying, you know? You want to sit at number 1? That's fine. With your super chat, you could be numero dos, probably. Oh, leak. Leak! Oh! Oh! Leak. How are we? How are we? Grey's cringe. That's true. That's true. Leak. Cancelled. Cancelled. Chat, we're going to talk about some leaks. We're going to talk about some leaks that I found on Reddit. My Games Workshop representative watching me like the trained sniper in the window. There's a trained sniper through the window. Pop, 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 pop.
Mikey!
Thanks! Thank you for the 5, dude.
£4.99. Go on then.
Thank you for the 5. Let me just tell all of my Discord that I've just gone live. Let me tell all my Discord that I've just gone live. Talking Templars slash meta slash characters? Question mark. Live now, everyone. Hello, James. Yep, he's doing it again. Des, thank you for the super chat. You are number 1 in my heart. Getting the gulag with Travarian. It's true. I'm going to be in the gulag. I'm going to be in the gulag. They're going to shoot me down from afar. They're going to send the Pinkertons to knock down my door. They're sending the Pinkertons to knock down my door. Chat, there's been some new characters. You might have seen them. You might have seen them. Have you heard about the new characters? Can anyone guess what they are? Can anyone guess what they are? I'll show you. I'll show you right now, chat. Not Warhammer. It's Warhammer. It's for Warhammer 40k. It's for Warhammer 40k, and I'm going to show you the rules. Are you ready? Are you ready? They've got points and everything. I've got it all. Points, rules, who they can attach to, what chapter they're from. It's from Blood Ravens, baby! Do they remember this? Dawn of War Onslaught? Remember this got announced a few weeks ago, and it turns out the sprue for it is just the company hero sprue from Indomitus. They've got fucking rules, bro! Epic hero! Look, oh, I don't do this. I don't do that. Look, epic hero, Adeptus Astartes, Blood Ravens. Look, and they've got unique rules. They just repainted the Indomitus art. I think they did, yeah. This is Chaplain Castiel. Chaplain Castiel of the mighty Blood Ravens, and I already have this model. I already have this model. So what they've done is with this Dawn of War release, essentially, what's it called? Company of Heroes, Space Marines. Lock the reliquary! Oh no, it's not Company Heroes. What is it? It's Heroes of the chapter. No. Oh, what's it called? It's the Indomitus one. Someone knows what it's called. It's shit spirit. It's like £100. The chapter. It's not called Heroes of the Chapter, no. Now Blood Ravens have their own characters. You won't be using Gulliman and Calgar anymore. Bro, I'm going to be painting the new characters that they announced on Friday, like Vulcan and the Iron Hands and the White Scars as Blood Ravens, bro. And I don't think you know me very well, clearly. How much trouble are you in for this? Fucking none, because he won't send me this. It's also not an NDA'd item, and it's not even a fish. It's not even a GW product, really. Honored of the chat. Honored of the chapter. There it is. Thank you very much, Dan. So, Honoured of the Chapter, which is this sprue, okay, Space Marine's Honoured of the Chapter, which is the Indomitus sprue, essentially. It's 3 Blade Guard, it's 3 Eradicators, it's a Blade Guard Ancient, it's a Chaplain, it's a Judiciar. And this is actually the only way to get this character. You can get a different Chaplain. This is the best Chaplain model they've made, okay? So these 2 characters, this is the only way you can buy them. You can't actually buy a Judiciar or a Blade Guard Ancient. But what they're doing is reboxing it and putting it... Can I reopen it? They're putting it in here. A single sprue. A single sprue model called Dawn of War Onslaught to line up with their Dawn of War release, okay? Because they're re-releasing the first Dawn of War. Remastered, in quotations. We'll say quotations. By the way, chat, time is about halfway through, so you've got like 3 minutes to start it. The Dawn of War Onslaught comes with Honoured of the Chapter. I don't know how much it is. It's only available in the United States. If you are in the States and you really like me and you want to send me one of these, I will be indebted to you forever. But I really want to get this game. They don't come out in the UK because they fucking hate us for some reason. I won't be getting one for review. So if you can access one of these, available. They're in Target now, and they're going to be in Barnes and Noble. If you can see one and you don't want it, or you can see the 2, let me know. I will buy it off you. Okay, or you can send me a gift. It's up to you. However, they've released characters, and they are ever so slightly different. They have points. I don't know if these are going to be available or ready to use in matched play. It's $50. Justice, bro. You need to go get to Target, man. You need to get him to Target. I will buy you a copy if you send me one. I'll give you $100. How much is $100? How much is $50? Bearing in mind, it's £100 sprue, and they're selling it for £37. They're selling it for £37. What the fuck? Bro, I'll buy one for you, Justice, if you go get me one. I'll give you $100 plus shipping. So they're literally selling that sprue for £100 for 37. But as you can see, they've released Chaplain Castiel. Now, he's actually got his own rule, which is quite fun. Shows you the marker with that sprue. Yeah, that sprue's made its money already. He has a unique rule. So obviously a Chaplain, you get put onto wounding melee. Yeah, that's fine. That's the same there. But also, it has, this model is eligible to charge at a turn in which it fell back. I mean, that's not a great rule, but it's different. Currently, it's choose a unit. It's no longer battle shocked. Is it a full sprue? Yeah. Yeah, it is a full sprue. So, I mean, it's a little bit different. You know, it's the same model. It's just got a different shoulder pad. I imagine that shoulder pad's been photoshopped as well. But it's kind of fun that it's got its own unique rule. You know? But that's not it. They've got the Judiciar as well. Judiciar Zaccharis. Probably. I don't know. Now he has to fight first. And instead of gaining an attack or gaining to see where you kill a character, it lets you consolidate 6 inches. Chaplains don't have a feel no pain. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Fucking, we smoking. We're smoking this. Blood Ravens, hype as fuck. Absolutely chilling, bro. But yeah, so the Judiciar Zaccharis, also, thanks to the team, mate, really appreciate it. Lets you consolidate 6 inches instead of 3. What's his rotisserie chicken do? It's true. Same as always, 6-1-2. Chaplain worth taking. For 70 points, how many points is the Chaplain? How many points is an actual Chaplain? Chaplain is 60 points. So for 10 points more, you can get Feel No Pain and a better secondary ability. Fall back and charge. Not that you'll ever be doing that. When you hear the character selection of Diddy Con Racing. Yeah, true. I bang a playlist, what can I say? So I thought that was kind of fun, that they've got unique characters in there. I don't actually know how the game plays because I don't have one. I don't have a copy of the game, obviously, annoyingly. And it's not out in the UK, so I can't, like... It's just a random guy on Reddit posted these. But they are the only, either official or unofficial, don't know which one you want to look at it right now, Bloodraven's characters in Warhammer. Because Gabriel Angelo doesn't have a datasheet anymore. Is it just the Bloodravens on their own? What are they fighting against? They're fighting against tokens. As far as I'm aware, they fight against tokens. Semi-official, yeah. I guess Gabriel Angelos has a Legends datasheet, maybe? I don't even think he has that. I don't even think he has a Legends datasheet, to be honest. Yeah, he's part of the legendary datasheet. You know, the legendary units, which is just like units that are so legendary, they resorted to using it as a captain in Terminator armor. And he can't even take a fucking hammer anymore. Judiciary was 70 points base, so 5 more to get better consolidate. Yeah, don't forget the print time that this will have had. Don't forget the print time this has. Yeah, it tells you to run into Terminator Captain without a hammer. You can only take a sword. So yeah, they're the only 2 official data sheets for Bloodravens, the only two models in existence that have the Bloodravens keyword, and I thought it was fun that they're adding little data sheets in there. Whether they're going to be official, we don't know. If they're ever added to the app, which I doubt, that'd be fun. That'll be fun. Will I use them? No. But it's nice that they're there. It's nice that they exist. They're not game breaking. They just got better abilities than the normal chaplain, you know. Why have points if not for fun? Doesn't mean they're official. Chaplain's crafting a new codex. Space Marines don't have a new codex. Four Judies in a list sounds good to me. Yeah, you can run 4 now, technically, with the epic hero. Yeah, I didn't even think about the fact you can run 4 chaplains and 4 judiciaries. That's quite funny. They do still give out fights first, this one. Zakaras still gives out fight first. Imagine 4 units in your opponent's army with fight first. That's horrific. That would be actually awful. That'd be so brutal, bro. When you're more religious than the Black Templars. Yeah, Black Templars can't even run 4 chaplains as far as I'm aware. They can have fight first ability. I played out. I suppose you could run 3 Terminators, 3 on foot, 3 on back, the new one. Yeah, okay. Alright, ruining the fun of the Bloodravens. The one thing they had. Alright. Alright, I see how it is. You ruined the fun of the Bloodravens. We have one data sheet that's supposedly back-to-back as well. It's not even 2 separate cards. It's on the reverse. It's got a barcode on it. That's how bad it is. This is how bad it is. We've got a fucking barcode on our data sheet. It's for sale. Take it to Morrison's and get you more points from it. That's how bad it is. Stop trying to take it away from the Bloodravens. Yeah, but you can't take 4 almost identical chaplains. All right? You have to scan it to self-service to use him. Boop. Wrong item in bagging area. I tell you, it's Zakaras. I'm telling you, it's Zakaras. And the self-service is like, wrong unexpected item in bagging area. Don't be stupid, Bloodravens don't pay for anything. That's why it's still got the barcode on. That's why the barcode's still on it. Anyway, Black Templars. Oh dear. Oh dear. The news of the word of the day is fucking hell. This is big. This is huge. This is absolutely huge. Absolutely crazy huge. Also, yeah, timer chat. Someone want to become a super chatter top fan or a member? Now's the time. Our time's about to run out. I think this opens up a huge can of worms, to be honest. I think, honestly, like, Black Templars aren't going to have Oath of Moment in the new Codex, okay? In the new Codex supplement, which is obviously, like, massive, which is absolutely crazy. Considering every single Codex supplement, even a month ago, when Space Wolves came out, they have Oath of Moment, and now Black Templars won't. A week late? Like 2 weeks later, they're coming out this weekend, right? They're on pre-order this weekend. They lose Oath of Moment completely, even though they're almost like the same army. And also, thank you to Nige and Arhain for the super chats. I really appreciate it. Don't rely on someone else, chat. It could be you. You could be the hero. You could be the hero. I think this sets a precedent, quite a large precedent, for all of these other things that are coming out. Now, we've seen combat patrols for Iron Hands, White Scars, Vulca with the Salamanders, Imperial Fists. All of these old chapters that used to have Codex supplements now are getting combat patrols and new characters like we saw on Friday. I think this is setting the precedent of maybe all of those books don't have Oath of Moment as a faction ability. Maybe one or two do. Maybe some of them do, you know. But it sounds like, or feels like, if they are going to be releasing supplements for these factions, which it kind of feels like that's what they're going to be moving towards, with having all of these extra units and stuff like that, then they might not have Oath of Moment. And I think this is kind of putting us on a trajectory of, I hope, fingers crossed, I actually want this to happen, where the chapters that have a supplement move to having their own codex later rather than a supplement. Because the problem is that a lot of the supplements, they boost certain types of unit. We've seen it with Blood Angels for months now, you know. We've seen it for months. That they'll make a unit extremely good and it'll get nerfed, but then every other chapter that doesn't have a particular rule, such as jump pack intercessors, are extremely good in Blood Angels, but not that good, or they're still good, but not as good as in Blood Angels, get nerfed, and then everyone else suffers for no reason. The new character rules are free. Have they said that? I didn't know that. If that's true, that's really good. But I thought they'd be releasing supplements now. Have they said they're going to be free? Or are we just like making it up? Top fans, let me know. If they are going to be released for free, that's quite interesting. But I thought they were going to be releasing more supplements. They also didn't announce supplements, just the new characters. I mean, very true. It's in the Warcom article. Tells you, shows you, I've fucking read it. Fine, fair enough. They're not releasing supplements, but I think that with this happening, I still think this sets a precedent of maybe in the future when they do finally release like a new spacemarine codex, for example, it come 11th edition. I'm not talking next week. I'm not talking in the next 14 days. But I'm talking like next edition when space marine's getting a new codex. I think we'll be in a position where maybe every chapter has its own book, and every book has its own rules, you know. I think the character is mainly a way to allow people to further build in chapter the Marine Codex. Currently, some only have one character to work with. I mean, that's going to be the same for a lot of stuff, right? That's not really changing much. Yeah, I think they should do it like the Chaos factions, because then you can have these different units that function completely differently but don't have the same points, which has never really made sense once they started making supplements, you know? As soon as they started making supplements, they should have split the points costs and gone, a jump back intercessor with the Blood Angel supplement is 100 points for 5, and the normal ones are 60 points for 5, as a really extreme example. But there's like this difference between the same unit being the same points, but being nerfed for being good in one book and not the other. You know? Very strange. I don't even care about, like, the options, to be honest. I don't even care about the options. It's the points cost, because the units function completely differently. Vulcan, his stand already has rules in Space Marine Codex as does Lysander. Yeah, but they will update them. They always update them. You know? They just updated fucking Chaplain and Judicia for Blood Ravens for no reason. Why did someone get paid to write that? Why? The fun. Fun. Flavor, they call it. When people talk about random shit that happens for no reason, they call it flavor. Or broken in one detachment, useless in another, but paying for being broken in that one detachment. Yeah, exactly the same, but it's more exacerbated with the fact that Space Marines have 7 different books for the same unit. Anyway, all Space Marines take their oath seriously, but few hold them in such reverence as the Black Templars. They spend hours before the battle in deep prayer and contemplation before declaring an unbreakable vow before the God Emperor of their brothers. Their ancestral vows are so important that they forgot the usual Space Marine playbook in favour of an army rule that better fits the Black Templar modus operandi, backed up by 3 new detachments. So they said that instead of... Let me have a look. Black Templars follow their chosen Templar vow with unshakable conviction, never keeping their eyes on the prize, or even as Space Marines chop and change their oath of moment target from turn to turn. So essentially, instead of oath of moment, you're going to get one of these 4 abilities chosen at the start of the game, I imagine. Now, this is very similar to the current detachment, but it's like there's 4 options rather than 3. That's the main one. Oh, you get the helmet and spray it reliquary red? No, I'm just going to go and show everyone where you can download the STL and print it. Yeah, jokes aside, it is not a joke. It is not even funny that the same week Games Workshop announced this wearable Titus helmet by Joy Toy, they take down Galactic Armory and send them a cease and desist. You know? It's like... Do they still have the post up about it? Maybe they removed it now. Here you go. At the end of an era, thank you for all the support.
To this engine, the purity of filament and the perfection of form.
Yeah, it's like beyond a joke. The Games Workshop sent these guys a cease and desist like a week ago, like 2 weeks ago, because obviously they make their whole business model is making 3D files for like cosplay armor. And they did loads of they did quite a lot of content about Space Marine ones with Space Marine 2, and they like released a good bunch of files, like a good handful. They might have all been deleted off Instagram now. Oh, there you go. You got like the Chaplain one. You got the Chaplain helmet. They obviously had like a Titus inspired helmet. I'd say inspired. Let's be honest. It's almost a 1-to-1. But yeah, these were like quite big in like making and selling. Well, they are still quite big in making and selling STLs for like loads of popular franchises. Well, like making a Chaos one, Black Legion helmet, for example. Titus, Leandros. And then yeah, they got a cease and desist like 2 weeks ago. Did they post about it? Maybe they just posted on their story about it. Yeah, like 2 weeks ago they got a cease and desist, and then Games Workshop then goes and announced this. It's like not even funny. It's not even funny how fucking dogshit that is. Send a cease and desist when it happens, not when you decide to launch your own. You know what I mean? Stein, thank you for the 18 months, dude. Really appreciate it.
Callan celebrates 18 months of membership.
Thank you.
Let's keep the timer going.
Hell yeah, dude. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's very kind of you. Thank you for being a member for 18 months. Yeah, it's wild that it's like fair enough, you know, someone's going to say it, and I do agree. Protect your IP, right? That's kind of like what happens.
Today we're gonna
but
be
these guys have been doing it for fucking months. You know what I mean? Months. And then it's only this week they've decided to have a problem with it. Like 7 months ago. Why was it not taken down then? 10 months ago. How to make Titus cosplay. You know? Like it happened. It was fucking like a year ago they were really making all this content. And they've been selling it for a year. Now they've gone cease and desist. But I suppose they could have gone, you know, lawsuit. They've just gone, please stop. You know? You know, it's like they've not gone, you owe us loads of money because you've been selling files and profiting from our IP. They have just kind of gone, please give over. You know, legally, please give over. But it's just like, it's just beyond a joke. However, I will say, this helmet isn't that expensive. Let's improve there's a market while they develop their own in-house. Yeah, that's very true. There's actually an Instagram account I follow called Forge Father Loki. And he's like helped me with some designs in the past. But I do think sometimes when it comes to like copyrighty 3D printing, I think he is very either naive or obtuse for no reason. Oh, has he gone? Has it been deleted? It's been deleted. What's his username? Like, he's helped me out in the past. I don't think he's a bad person. I just think, yeah, sometimes, like, when it comes, like, the legality of it, he gets annoyed because he likes 3D printing. But it's like, come on now. Has he been banned? I'm sure I looked at his account earlier today. He's actually fucking gone. I don't know. I looked at his account this morning. I actually can't find him. Anyway, he posted a picture. Maybe I can go through my. I think maybe he's updated his username. I tagged him in a video once. Nope, I didn't tag him because he didn't have YouTube. I found his cults account. I don't know where he's gone. Yeah, he's gone as well. He's gone as well. Maybe he spelt Forge Father wrong. Have I spelt Forge Father wrong? There's just... Oh, he's called Forge Floki now. He's had an update. He's called Forge Floki. Right, okay. And is it still in his story? Yeah, there was this. It's like, did GW use STL heads as inspiration? Or did this helmet style exist already? Because obviously this is like a 3D render of someone else's design. And then this is the new design by Games Workshop for the new Raven Guard model. How do you pause? There we go. This is the new design for the Raven Guard model. Obviously this is brand new. This is brand new. But do you think they kind of went, yo, that kind of does pop off a little bit? You know? This kind of does pop off a little bit. What came first, the chicken or the chicken helmet? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? GD probably made that 5 years ago. Yeah, for sure. Probably. But you know what I mean? Like, ultimately, Who's gonna win in a lawsuit? It's gonna be GW. That's not what I'm arguing. I was wondering if there was anything that was like that, you know what I mean? There was like, yo, they have actually been cooking, let's just yoink it, because what they're gonna do, sue us for a Space Marine helmet? Good fucking luck. That's a Raven, Mikey. Right, okay. Never mind, I'll move on, shall I? Yeah, like, don't get me wrong. All these people that are, like, making Space Marine helmets are breaking the law and are stealing IP. But I'm not a bootlicker. But the point being is it's just interesting. You know what I mean? It's just, like, a bit diabolical to cease and desist this week. And then, or last week. And then launch around this week. Just interesting. Just interesting, that's all I thought. There's definitely something there, I think. Definitely like, oh, have they been like testing the market, letting someone else test the market so they don't have to? Were they always planning it and only just got round to it? It's interesting for sure. Can't find the Galactic Army ones online anyway. I really like the Captain Skull one. Yeah, because they got cease and desist, bro. What do you mean? They got a cease and desist. Of course you're not going to be able to find them now. They've have to remove them. I heard a story that the Pokemon artists aren't allowed to look at fan art, so they aren't unconsciously inspired by others' work. Yeah, exactly. It's definitely an interesting one. Gino should step in earlier. The timing is what's a bit iffy, not the cease and desist. Yeah, exactly. The timing of it is diabolical, in my opinion. So, yo, chat, time is about to run out, by the way. If we get to 15, I'm giving away a free game to anyone in chat. So if you want to support the channel, please do. Please do! Anyway, Black Templars, where were we? Black Templars losing Oath and Moments. That's what we were talking about. I think this should be a precedent. Like, it should be a precedent, but also Oath of Moment is so crucially Space Marine. It's so obnoxiously Space Marine. Can they even function without it? Now, until we see the Codex, we don't know. Until we see the points, we don't know. Maybe we'll watch this channel on Saturday morning. I don't know. You know? Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We'll just have to wait and see. But, like, losing Oath of Moment is so crazy. And it's actually wild that 2.5 years or 2 and a bit years into the edition, it's only just happening now. You know? Like, two and a bit years into the edition, they've only just gone, yo, we can actually remove Oath of Moment. And everyone in the office is like, bro's fucking cooking. Let's get... Everyone hates Oath of Moment anyway, except for the Space Marine players. So, but unlike every other faction where they've gone, like Death Guard, for example, where they've got this cool, crazy rule on top of everything else, and they went, yeah, let's just make that part of the army rule and give them a new detachment rule. They've got Black Templars. Your detachment rule is now your army rule, and you don't have your army rule anymore. You know? Gathering Storm. Gathering Storm was... And Cadia Falls was part of the Gathering Storm, if that helps. So they have access to a Border Witch, which is precision against psychers and reroll charges, which is fine. Accept any challenge no matter the odds. This is probably the best one because this is kind of like Blood Angels on steroids. Each time this makes a melee attack, if the strength characteristic of that attack is less than or equal to the toughness characteristic, +1 to wound. So you're going to be wounding knights on like 3s and 4s. I would assume the new detachments have decent or better rules. Well, yeah, you'd hope so. I get my lore from AI TikToks, of course you do. I think accept any challenge no matter the odds is probably the best one. I don't think they currently have that. Let's always see which ones they actually currently have. Black Templars. Yeah, they definitely don't have this. They're all new. They're getting sustained. Although strength is lower than the toughness. Yeah, but think about like... Except, like, not chainswords against infantry, but chainswords against knights now we know 5s. You know? for example. Which is pretty good because obviously Black Templars have a lot of combat attacks. They have so many. Against like, I don't know, like not a rhino, like anything that's like T6, like Death Guard, for example, they're in no force, you know. Chainsaws against Space Marines 1 on 3 is very true. Very true. So I think that one's probably going to be the most popular one because before it was sustained. Now it's +1 to wound. +1 to wound is crazy good. Crazy, crazy good. Think of like Hellbrecht into anything big. Is it wound only on 4s or 3s? Suffer not the unclean to live. Boy, bring the child born to die. I don't know what they say. I'm not transphobic. I don't know that film. Declare a charge which you fell back. Each animal in that unit makes a pile on consolidation move. It doesn't need to end the move. It's closer. It just blinded. It ends that move as close as possible to the closest enemy unit. Oh, so you just have to move close to the unit, not the model. That's fun. Razvi, thank you for the 10 Ronald McDonald's. Appreciate you. I don't know what currency that is, but I appreciate it. Chainsaws at Stonefall, wound T4, Marine, still on a 4+. Come on, Steelman. Talk me through it. I can't zoom in. Don't want me to press read text. Does that help? That might help. Let's do it like this. Let's open all the big boxes so we can read it. I missed equal to. It's all good, mate. This one's kind of fun. And then the final one, uphold the honor of the Emperor, which was previously feel no pain and leadership of 5+. If you have the infantry keyword, you have sticky. Old sticky, that's fine. Romanian. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks for the 10 Romanian Liu. Appreciate it. If the mission job player features actions, this unit eligible to start to perform an action in a turn which it advanced. That's pretty good. Is that the only unit in the game or only army that has access to that in the game right now? There's like nothing that lets you do that. There's like nothing in the game that lets you do that right now. That might be the only instance of that. I can't think of anything else. Unless it's like a random kill team that can do it. Yeah, Battleclade, that was it. Battleclade can do it. The Admech kill team and the entirety of a Black Templars army. Bacchus promise, it's not much what we're looking at. We're looking at Black Templars rules. Thanks for the 10 Romanian Leo. How do you say it? Thank you, appreciate it. Thanks for the 20. Very kind of you. So does that mean if you're playing secondaries with actions, only missions are actually part of the primary? No, because a mission is the mission. And secondaries are part of the mission. But yeah, the Codex was written 2 years ago and we didn't have actions. Well, we did. We've had actions since the start of 9th edition. They weren't called actions until a year in. And now we're in year 2. You swear like lying the Primarch is complicated. Thank you for the £1.70. I need to say this.
Let's learn how to pronounce these names correctly once and for all. The origin is Romanian, so from Romania. Let's learn, therefore, how to pronounce it, how it's said in Romanian. Leu.
Leo.
Okay, it's pretty easy. Le.
Le.
O.
O.
Leu.
Leo.
Therefore, in English, you can simply also pronounce it, English pronunciation, Leo.
Leo.
Here are more videos on how to pronounce.
Thank you for the 10 Romanian Leo. Everyone in chat, try it. Leo. Thank you for the 10 Romanian Leo. Try it in chat. Oh, Leo. Not oh, Leo. Not Ole. Leo. Right, Leo. That's what we call things in Viaduct. All right, Leo. Great job, everyone. Proud of you. This rule replaces the regular Oath of Moment army rule shared by the Space Marine chapters and gives Sigismund's heirs a wider suite of abilities to pick from the start of the game. But they had this as the detachment and it was shit. They had this as the detachment. Everyone said it was kind of shit. You know? Ian's about is going to be mortified. Yeah, I can see the video already. They killed Black Templars? They killed my favorite army? And it's like him with a blanket over the army. You know? Like he did that Star Wars thumbnail. Aeons of Battle Star Wars. Was it a Star Wars one? My favorite army is done. My favorite Warhammer army is dead. That's the new title. There it is. There's the thumbnail chat.
Underneath this sheet?
That's the one. Underneath this sheet. All my Black Templars are dead. Right, 1 second. Do we Photoshop it, or is it always a bit too much when I do that? It always sounds like a funny idea when I Photoshop it, but then it like takes ages to do. I mean, think of like that. Warhammer logo behind him, right? Did it in paint. Black Templars slightly faded out, an arrow underneath, and then just like skull and crossbones. The emoji. The emoji, right? Games Workshop killed my army? Question mark. I love Ian Zabal. He's such a good content creator. I don't know how he does it. How he just goes, here's a picture of a white dwarf and gets 100,000 views or whatever. 77,000 views with him holding a picture of white dwarf. It's fucking the GOAT, you know what I mean? The GOAT. How does he do it? I want to know how does he paint? Just paint a model, hold some green stuff and get 50,000 views. God. I hate him because I hate him, all right? I think he's great. 50,000 views talking about combat patrols, bro. God, I'm just jealous. And I'm like, I'm honest. I'm open and honest about this chat. I think he's an amazing creator. Because I watch every video. Well, I haven't recently. I watch nearly every video. He's great. I mean, Valrak just shouts at chat. True. Super chat! Just like that. Speaking of, timer. See, you're contributing to the problem. Which one's that? What problem's that? What problem am I contributing? You're not contributing to this timer. That's what I will say. Watching his videos. Alright, that's not really the problem though, is it? I like his videos. I think he's great. I think he's great, bro. You're actively stealing views from yourself. Hi, thank you for the 2, mate. Appreciate it. Thanks for the spam. Thanks for the super chat. Chat, we're just 5 super chats away from giving away a free game. 5 super chats, all members or whatever, from giving away a free game. That could be you. Just be more friendly American. Great, okay. Thanks, bruv. Thanks, bruv. Appreciate it. Anyway. Crusades going up against high toughness units like Chaos Knights and big toaded beasties. Look, guess what was really good, well performing this weekend? Can pick accept any challenge no matter the odds to prove their wound rolls, while enemy psychers living in more fear of a ball the witch, destroy the witch. Yeah, that would be pretty decent into Grey Knights. Obviously, they're coming out at the same time as well. It'd be good into Thousand Suns, but it's like a lot of the time you'll just pick this one. You'll probably pick the +1 to wound most of the time, just to make your lesser infantry way more efficient. I just don't think, like, this one is great. Like, uphold the, I'm gonna do this again because we know what they all are now. Like, the sticky in actions is amazing, but it's just like making everything so much more efficient for literal free. But all I'll say is I'll get this. I'll get reroll to hits and +1 to wound against an oath target. All right. That's all I'll say. I'll get this against any target without a moment. I've been building the dumb list. Did I tell you? Did you see? I've been building the dumb list. Look, I got my storm speeder. Ready to go. Ready to go, bro. I've magnetized it as well. Look at that. I can spin on the spot. It can fly any direction it wants. It's like a fidget spinner. It's like a fidget spinner. See? He's fidget spinning. Well, I did it in one magnet, which I thought was cool. And then I asked Parasocial, I said, am I too late to making a magnetizing video about a storm speeder magnetizing video? Instead of all of them saying, go off, King, that's so cool, all of them said, yeah, it is too late. They all just said, yeah, it is too late, Mikey. Not like great magnetization job. Like, cool storm speeder, Mikey. They just said, yeah, it's too late. Bastards. And no, I didn't break it. I've not actually glued half of it together. I've not glued that on. And I've also not glued on the weapons, because I can swap them out. I did glue in the type of missiles, though, because I was like, I'm not going to change those. Fuck that. Where did I get the plush from? I got it from a Skulls box, and the person who would it didn't either. I think they said I could keep it or didn't ask for it anyway. Look, we can't even start you playing Horse Game Girl on stream, so there's no hope. Thanks, bro. Appreciate the support. Anyway, where were we? I'm gonna focus. Focus. To access Templar vows, all you need to do is include units with the Black Templars faction keyword in your army, or pick one of the 3 detachments found in their supplement. You'll have to abide by a few restrictions. No psychers, naturally, and they're all laid out neatly in the new Heirs of Sigismund rule. They say no psychers, but then they add loads of other shit you can't take. They added loads of other shit you can't take. So it says if you have the second... If an Astartes unit has a second faction keyword in its data sheet, that faction keyword is the name of the unit's chapter. For example, High Marshal Herbrecht has the Adept Astartes and Black Templars faction keywords, and therefore is from the Black Templars chapter. You cannot include any units from other chapter, fine. If your army includes one or more units of Black Templars chapter, or you're using one of the detachments found on the following pages, so obviously this limits off, again, just limits out, kind of like what they did with Oath of Moment. It's kind of like the same wording. Basically, you can't use... any of the detachments and retain Oath of Moment, basically. You know? I think it's nuts that you can't take a Land-Ready Crusader. Marshal Gotan. Do not worry. Let me read through and I'll explain why it says this. Army units from your... Astartes units from your army lose Oath of Moment if they have it and it's replaced with Templar vows, which is obviously the one we've just seen. You know? You can't use First Company Task Force Detachment, Codex Spacemarine. So that's this Terminator one, which is obviously interesting. Your army can't include any Adeptus Astartes Psycho models, but yes, you can take Inquisitor allies, which is kind of, I think, kind of fun, to be honest. I think that's kind of like very, very narrative, that. It says your army can include the following date sheets and Codex Space Marines: the Lancer, the Reaper, the Valiant, the Impulsor, Crusader, Repulsor, Executioner, or Sternguard Veteran. Okay? All of these units have a problem. Because, well, all of these units, the thing is with it, is what it's not allowing you to do is to take both the Lancer and the Black Templar Lancer, you know? So, the Black Templar Lancer, the Black Templar Valiant, the Black Templar Impulsor, the Black Templar Land Raider Crusader, and the Black Templar Repulsor, and the Repulsor Executioner can take a multi-melter, basically. Because on their upgrade sprue, they have a multi-melter here. Okay. There it is. That is a vehicle multi-melter. Right. And basically, all of the Black Templar vehicles, all of the normal vehicles that Space Marines can take, such as Lancers, Valiants, etc., can be equipped with a multi-melter. So the reason they've said you can't take a Land Raider Crusader, for example, or Land Raider Repulsor, a Repulsor or a Repulsor Executioner, it's probably because they can take a multi-melter. There'll be a version they can take a multi-melter with, you know? Because I like Valrak shared this earlier, was also confused. The thing is with it is they can take a Black Templar's Gladiator Lancer, which is a Lancer with a multi-melter equipped, and it's literally like 5 points difference. It just means they can't take both at the same time. They can't take a Black Templar Lancer and a normal Lancer. Yeah, exactly. They're gonna keep those because they got it on the upgrade sprue. So, and the other one is interesting as well. Is a Sternguard Veteran. Now, Sternguard Veterans is here because their entire ability is reroll wounds against the oath target. That's their ability outside of being Sternguard. Their buff, I think. Well, let's have a look what it's called. Sternies. Sternguard Veteran. Their ability is called Sternguard Focus. Each time on this unit makes an attack that targets your oath and moment target, you can re-roll the wound roll. So, yeah, the reason they're there is because they'll probably have their own data sheet with a different rule, or it'll be like, you can only take Sternguard with this rule, or it might even just ban Sternguard completely, but I feel like that might be a bit weird. Does a Land Raider Crusader already have a multi-melter option? Oh, that's a good point, actually. Maybe they're bringing out one with 2 multi-melters. You never know. Let's have a look in Black Templars specifically. Oh, no, it's not there. Imagine it can be equipped with 2 multi-melters instead. War gear options. Oh, it can take a multi-melter already. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they'll be giving it 2. If Sternguard get new rules because they're based on Oath, why aren't regular Terminators? Great question. I don't know. The Terminators have one as well, don't they? True. Chat, timer! Timer! Timer's about to run out! We were arguing about multi-melters for too long, chat. It's Jova. It's Jova. Jova. Thermies get +1 to hit against Oath. Oh, I forgot about that. Maybe... I don't know. Yeah, you think if Sternguard are getting a new data sheet, Terminators would as well. Stein! Great job, mate. You just saved it. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit. And Des, well done. Well done. Guys, you just managed to save the timer. You got 10 minutes, so we got to get up to 15 to do a giveaway. 15 to do a giveaway, chat. As in previous Codex supplements, several data sheets such as Gladiator tanks for Sternguard veterans. Andy! Holy shit! Thank you for the 5, dude. Dude, thank you for the 5.
Gifted members.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Andy. That's so kind of you. Thank you for the 5 gifts. You've just been gifted a membership from Andy Tech Dad. Make sure you say a huge thank you. What a fucking legend. It does mean we've just hit the goal, really, because it's actually at 18, not 17, sorry, not 13. So let's have a look what games we've got to give away. We have Mechanicus, Total War Warhammer 3. I think I've only got one left. I'll just get rid of one. Vermintide 2, Combat Cards. Mechanicus, Darktide, Combat Cards, Vermintide 2. We have a whole bunch of games to give away. This is what we're giving away, chat. Thank you, Andy. You're a fucking legend. All right, exclamation point oath in chat if you'd like to enter to win. Exclamation point oath. Short for oath a moment. Exclamation point oath. You'll be entered to win a free game. Not path, oath. If your name pops up here, you have entered. Exclamation point oath in chat. There's 100 people watching. Let's see how many entries you can get. If you play, if you do play Black Templars, you aren't allowed to enter because you have lost oath at the moment. Should have done vow. It's funny to try and watch people try and type oath and write path everywhere because their autocorrect is just typing path instead. 25 people in. There's only a quarter of you who are watching have actually bothered to enter. Exclamation point oath. Thanks everyone for tuning in. There's a lot of new names here today. I really appreciate it. I think we've got someone watching on a large delay. It's 190 points. What is? Oath a moment? Oath a moment's 190 points. 40,000 points. If it's oath, doesn't that mean we get to redraw if we don't win? No, it's only if you play Ultramarines. Like me. Like me. And my silly fidget spinners. I can't wait to be flying 3 fidget spinners around and spin them around the board like this and be like, haha, I'm on a round base, so I don't have to pay for pivot. I'm on a round base, I don't pay for pivot. Watch this. I mostly watch events, but I caught your Emperor's Children ranking stream last. That was a while ago. That was a while ago, bro. I appreciate you tuning in. I do stream every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, if you didn't know. Monday, I stream this. I talk about the news and stuff. Wednesday morning, I talk about the news and general chit-chat and general, just like internet news a lot of the time. And then Fridays, I play a game. That's probably for advantage. Nah, it comes so you can spin it round, bro. It's just a ball joint that I've shoved a 6mm magnet in, which is actually the perfect size, which is super nice. And it's great until you turn it down. If you turn it that way, it starts to wobble a little bit. Well, vertically, it's actually pretty good. To be fair, to be one 6mm magnet, it's actually pretty strong, to be honest. So if you are magnetizing a speeder, 6mm magnets, and I've just resin bonded that one on. Yo. What are you doing?
Painting.
You painting? Jack, she's painting some more sisters. She's going too slow though. She doesn't realise the squad will be done by the time the army gets nerfed. Do you want to show one while we're doing the giveaway?
This is the one I'm working on at the minute.
Sister number 2.
These are the two.
Sister Act, that's what you say. Can I have the new one?
Rude. Yeah.
What do you mean rude? Hey, they match. Yeah. There you go, chat. She's done 2. This was the first one. This is what she did the other night. She's done alright, hasn't she? The blends are sweet. The blends are sweet. Yeah, you're right. Such a nice color combo as well. The highlights and blends are on point as justice. Mercenary says looking great. She's replying, by the way. I don't know if you guys can hear her. Yeah, she's done alright, hasn't she? So I've sprayed up the other 9. I'm like, George, we need the squad. We need the whole squad. I need 3 tanks. Come on, chop chop. There you go.
Thank you.
Better have a job if she keeps painting like that. Yeah, that's true, Big C. That's true. We're all out of a job. Hiding my models from Georgie, I'd be too ashamed, says Deck.
Tell Deck that I love him and have faith.
Georgie says she has faith in you in
I also
painting.
said I love him and he chose not to tell you that.
I don't want him to get parasocial. Just sack that Mikey fellow. Yeah, why do you think she's on the painting desk? I'm just making fidget spinners, bro. Have you seen it? Look.
Oh.
But bro, I didn't say bro. I said bro. It's funny because I do have a fidget spinner on my desk and I did that new one. Anyway, congratulations.
Chat about how I should base them. If we should do your.
We're not asking chat how you should base them because they're being based like my blood ravens and my knights.
I don't want to base them like that. I think it's ugly.
You're basing them like the Games Workshop models.
I don't like it. I want to do like a fun snowy base.
No.
I don't want that.
No.
So.
No, they're for my meta army.
Gustin. I hate it.
Gustin.
So tell him that that's stupid and let me base them. Thanks,
They're for my meta army. They need to match. And then I'm going to be like, yeah, I painted them on myself, sir. Thank you. Anyway, congratulations to Papaya Pariah. You just won a game, bro. He 100% owns all of these games. Papaya, you've just won. Ooh, Total War Warhammer 3. Actually rigged. Double it. Papaya, have you got Total War Warhammer 3? Because if you don't, I do have a code for you. Rigged and scammed. All the best games come out first, chat. You gotta be in it to win it, what can I say? Do we have another super chat? Apathetic YouTube, thank you for the super chat, really appreciate it. Man's not even watching. Man's left. Man's out of here. Man's out of here. Is he here? No? How's a bit ago? Well, I missed it. I apologise. He fucked off. If he's not here to win, he's not getting it. Bruv not getting it. I'll text him. Nah, that's cheating, mercenary. That's cheating. On the toilet. During a giveaway when I was showing George's models off. That's savage. Is that excited he shit himself? Re-roll it. I might have to. I might have to. He's only had a minute, to be fair. Also, timer. Des, thank you for the pound. Appreciate it. Reset the timer. My freezer just exploded. 3rd house accident this year, but this time no Warhammer armies were destroyed. Big win. I'm proud of you, Lord Nerdbane. He's here! Papaya! You've just won Total War Warhammer 3. Do you own this game yet? He's like, yeah, I finished it. I've got like 300 hours in it, bro. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. It came out like 5 years ago. But they keep sending me codes. Again, it's crazy, yeah. The odds of you winning are pretty slim. You do own it. Would you like to re-roll? Would you like to re-roll or give it away to someone else? We're gonna re-roll. Can try another game, or you can just take it and give it to someone else, or we can just give it away to someone else. Totally up to you. If you do want it, if you want a code again for your own reasons, that is fine. If it's a waste, it's just not going to get used, then we'll re-roll it. But if you know someone who wants it, that'll be fine. If you want to re-roll it, that'll be fine. I'll just send it you. You can decide. Re-roll! Oh shit, okay. Fine. Congratulations to Papaya Pariah. You've just won a code for combat cards. Congratulations, Papaya Pariah. You've just won a code for combat cards. Build a powerful army of cards of your favorite faction in Warhammer 40,000 universe and battle other players in fast-paced, turn-based online combat. I do feel like those words describing something a little bit of juxtaposition because they don't really mean the same thing. Turn-based and fast-paced are very different. But in the grim darkness of the far future, there's only war because when you use this QR code, you'll get 10 copies of Abaddon the Despoiler, 400 Chaos cards, 40,000 coins, and 10,000 plasma. You get all of those things. I have no idea what half of it is, but I'm sure you'll have a great time. If you time 10 turns out of 10 seconds, that's pretty fast pace. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think there's some cope there. Well done, bud. What? Oh, you're not laughing at me. You're watching TV. You get 10 whole Abaddons. I don't know why you need more than one, but there we go. Yeah, just for reference, I last text Papaya 2 weeks to the day of him winning another game. That is a lot of Abaddons, yeah. We do have another one to give away though, chat. If we get to 30, I'll do another one. I'll give away another game at 30. Right, we've been talking about Black Templars for like an hour. Where were we? So yeah, so Sternguard, new datasheet, right? What's it say? They have their own Black Templars version with different rules and weapon options, so the originals can't be taken these armies. Templars respect the rule of 3. How many games are left? Like 6. Like 6. Yeah, that's interesting that they say Sternguard, but they don't mention Terminators. And everyone and their dog is telling me to go look at the first company detachment art in the app. Let's have a look. That is very funny that the first company task force has Black Templars as the art. That is a lit, and they can't use that now. That is a little funny. That is quite hilarious, I won't lie. So yeah, so why have they not mentioned Terminators? Because Terminators, they have a rule. Recolor it, I do think that's not original Black Templar art, to be honest. The restrictions text is cut off. Should say Sternguard Veteran Squad. I imagine Terminators will get their own article. Ah, true. Yeah, that's not the full sentence. Sternguard Veteran Squad. Interesting. Yeah, I didn't notice that. But yeah, Terminators do have Fury of the First. If you attack the Oath of the Moment target, add one to the hit roll. That obviously won't work in Black Templars. There's more to come. There's always more to come. This isn't the full story. There's a whole codex. They're just teasing us. This new flexibility gives the Templars more ways to channel their zeal than simply hacking anything funny looking to pieces. Those who adopt the new Vindication Task Force detachment see it as their holy quest to reclaim and purify the God Emperor's rightful domain, and they're so dedicated to their mission that Crusader squads will actually give up the chance to get close to their foes if it puts them near an objective instead. Utter madness. Each time an attack that targets an ancient unit for your army, if that unit is within range of an objective marker, and the strength characters that are greater than the toughness, they get subtract 1 from the wound roll. That's pretty fun, especially because they're getting their own ancient. And then each time a Crusader squad for your army makes a Righteous Zeal move. What's a Righteous Zeal move? Do we know that? Is it a strat? We don't know what a Righteous Zeal is. I imagine it's a Blood Surge. Yeah, a Blood Surge would make a lot of sense. Maybe it'll tell us here. Let's have a look. But you can end as close as possible to the closest objective marker instead of as close as possible to the closest enemy unit. That makes a lot more sense. Do Crusaders have that already? Shall I just look at the Crusader unit? Crusader Squad Old. Real advance rolls. Primaris Crusader Squad. Real advance rolls. Yeah, no, it's not that. It's a great way to look at the new Crusade. Ancient for a spin has loads of detachments, enhancements, and stratagems. Use units with the ancient keyword as a linchpin of impenetrable defensive strategy. Layer the detachment with the rule of consecrating order to make big bodyguard squads of 20 Crusaders, extra difficult ship. Then keep refusal to yield on hand in case someone snipes the boss out of his squad. Is incredible value for just a single command point. So 5+ invuln. So big unit of Crusaders with a banner, 5+ invuln. They've retained it. I went on shuffle and I'm still playing through the same songs.
3, 2.
There you go. The old Crusader squad is gone. Yeah, that's understandable. Refusal to yield. Just after an ancient model from your army is destroyed, the ancient model you can use strategy when it's destroyed. At the end of the phase, set your model back up on the battlefield as close as possible where it's destroyed, not within engagement range of one or more enemy units, with full wounds remaining. That doesn't say reattach it to the squad, though. So if you manage to snipe out a banner, it'll just get back up. Are ancient models even available? Yeah. And they're getting their own, right? They're getting their own this weekend. It's a lush model, to be fair. It'll be FAQ to rejoin its unit. It's obviously the intention there. This is the intention here, but this isn't the rules team. Does the Company of Heroes guy count as an ancient? Probably. Good thinking. Company Heroes. Keywords. Ancient. Yeah. Company Heroes is an ancient as well. This pairs wonderfully with Uphold the Honor of the Emperor. Emperor? Uphold Honor of the Emperor Templar vow that gives all of your inventory sticky objectives. Even Games Workshop uses sticky objectives as a keyword. Supercharge your ability to take and hold ground with big resilient Crusade squads. That's not to say you can't just pitch a horde of Screaming Templars into melee. And the companions of Vehement Detachment gets there fast with important rerolls for all your advance and charge rolls. Okay, so they're getting rid of Crusader squads having advance and charge and giving it to a detachment, which is quite fun. Finally, the Godhammer Assault Force. I wonder if Godhammer Assault Force affects the tanks. I'll look a picture of tanks with a multi-melter. Am I too late? Yeah, chat with the timer ran out, bro. The timer ran out, bro. Thanks for the 2. Chat, you got to keep on it. 10 minutes you get. 10 minutes. You're not supposed to wait till the timer to kind of run out. You're supposed to spam it. Anyway. I suppose the walking is too mundane for the Emperor's own angels and would rather hurl them up the battlefield in the safety of an armoured transport. Many of his rules have a little extra oomph if the target hopped out of a transport that turn, and if that doesn't make sense, may you see endless squadrons of lad raiders disgorging sword brethren. When you close your eyes, you need to indulge your imagination. So yeah, they're going to have a Crusader detachment. They're going to have a vehicle detachment as well. Missed it by about 15 seconds. Never mind, mate. You can start again. We can get it back to 30. If everyone chips in a quid. You better get your own Crusade when Black Timer's pre-orders go up on the Warhammer website on Saturday. Interesting. Very interesting. It's quite surprising. This line is very surprising in my opinion. To just take away Oath of Moment completely. Now, obviously, it remains to be seen whether they'll be good or not. We need the context of the extra rules, all the detachments, the data sheets, etc. Because it might have had a quite substantial change. Sternguard might just reroll wounds against every target, for example, you know? It's like, yeah, we're getting a new one because they currently reroll against the Oath of Moment target. Imagine they just flat reroll wounds, you know? But we'll see. We'll see. Now, I think it's definitely a big change. Yeah, it's pretty crazy, to be honest. They actually went with it. It'd be like taking teleport off Grey Knights, you know? It'd be like taking Dark Packs from Chaos Space Marines. What if this is the future for Codex supplements? Well, chat rightly corrected me and said that all the new characters aren't getting supplements, they're just getting a new model. Like, what is the next Space Marine supplement? There's hardly any codexes left to release, is there? There's like, what, 4? You can still use the null Space Marine attachments just with vows instead of oath. Yeah, but you want oath, right? Like, Chaos Demons isn't getting one. Imperial Knights is coming out one day. Space Wolves is, for some reason, still here, but is out. Drukhari don't have one. Leagues of Votan don't have one. They've got one this weekend. Chaos Knights is already out for some reason. And then Emperor's Children. So, like, 4 of them here are like, they're supposed to be gone. I don't think Salamanders are getting one. I thought they were because they showed off Salamander artwork. But it sounds like they're just releasing a character and calling it a day. Grey Knights are this weekend, bruv. Grey Knights come out the same day as Black Templars. Where's all the other articles? It's on a preview, there it is. Yeah, look, they come out this weekend. With their new combat patrol to get the new weapons. Just going for characters for the Marines when they had the guy on the Codex release slate is a bit shitty. I don't think it was a Codex release slate, was it? Well, not out, but pre-order. Yeah, that's fair. It's on pre-order this week, but like to actually release... I think it's safe to say this is on release now. You know, it's on its way. There is only Imperial Knights and Leagues of Votan to go. That isn't a great deal. Sorry, Imperial Knights and Drukhari. We know where Leagues of Votan are on the way, because we've seen the Codex. So they won't be far behind. I said Leagues of Votan, but I meant Drukhari. That's the only one that we've not seen the Codex for now. Leagues of Votan, we've seen the Codex. When they will come, who knows? Who knows? I don't think they're just going to... Because they're releasing Codexes together a lot of the time. Or, like, they're releasing multiple very quickly. Leagues of Votan can't be far away. And then Drukhari and Knights can't be far away. I think Knights are a lot closer than we think. Just because Chaos Knights are out and they've ruined the meta. Because they've tried to keep the toughnesses together. Then after Drukhari, what do they do? They've already launched a new faction for 40k this season. Literally a year ago, they launched... Not even a year ago. It was the beginning of this year. 4 months ago, they released Emperor's Children as a brand new faction. Surely they're not going to launch another new 40k faction. What do they do after that? A campaign series that's all Crusades and no one buys it? League likely a month away. Yeah, I think Leagues of Votan probably drop in August sometime. Dark. 2 of you said Dark Mech at the same time. Spooky. I just don't see them launching another army, another brand new faction in this 3-year cycle. I think they're happy to do 1 new faction per cycle. You know? They've already done Corsairs. Complete redo of Demons? No. Demons they tried to bin off. They tried to bin off Demons. They're not doing them again. They wanted to make them Codex supplement, basically, like Death Guard only. Tried to bin off Deathwatch. They did try to bin off Deathwatch, and they brought those back for some reason. Well, we know why, because everyone was fucking mad. Everyone was fucking mad at them, that's why. They forgot they gave him a kill team. I imagine that kill team was sat in the bank and they just never bothered. They were like the redo of Deathwatch and they decided to bin him off. Then they've gone, well, we brought him back, so we may as well bring him out now. That's my thoughts process. That new Deathwatch kill team is really nice, but it's mixed armor. So it's based on like old design philosophy when the index was actually out, when they were thinking they were a faction, like last edition. And I think they were going to go, fuck it, YOLO. We're going to bin off Deathwatch. So they binned off that design. And then they've gone, actually, we're bringing Deathwatch back. So you may as well release it now. Because it's like money sat on the table. I don't think they were ever planning on releasing that Deathwatch kit. Until they backtracked. Personally, just my opinion. I think it was kill team first. I don't think it's unrealistic to say that 40k is probably the priority over kill team. And they're releasing it via kill team because that's easier. You know? I.e., I don't think they were planning on releasing that kit at all. They've just found a good way to release it because kill team is coming out. You know? Kill team is coming out. They've got kill team. It's a great system to pump out random units without having to redo a codex all the time. But I don't think this kit... I think this kit was designed, like, not long after Primaris came out. And then they went, we'll not bother releasing it. Because it uses designs they don't even use. It's got Phobos. They don't even design Phobos anymore. You know? They don't even make Phobos anymore. They've literally just went fucking Cave and Shrike, the chapter master of the Raven Guard. Actually, you're kind of cringe now because we don't do Phobos. So we'll design a new guy who's way cooler and be like, Cave and Shrike stepped aside because they don't make the Phobos armor anymore. They moved away from it. They said Phobos kind of cringe. We like big chunky legs from now on. Pouring out for the hands of Morkai. Yes, that's my personal thought process. Is that I don't think that Kill Team was designed for Kill Team. I think they were planning on redesigning Deathwatch and then just went, actually, we'll just fucking bin it off and make it Armies of the Imperium. We'll make it Agents. And then they backtracked, so now they're releasing it anyway. No one liked tactical Marines outside the grenade harnesses on Deathwatch. Everyone prefers the Space Knight look. Yeah, exactly. Exactly, I agree. So yeah, personally, I don't think this is ever supposed to come out. And now it's back. You know what I mean? And is this going to replace the Deathwatch veteran kit? Or are they going to have two? That would be also weird. They still make Phobos. Ever just release anything new since 8th? Yeah, that's what I mean. Obviously, they still produce it. They still sell it. But they're binning most of it off. You know what I mean? They don't make it. They don't release anything with it anymore. They don't even use fucking heavy intercessor really anymore. The Deathwatch veteran kit is already sold out. So now they've got a Codex with an old unit in that's going to have to be FAQ'd. You know? It's similar loadouts for sure, but it's not exactly the same. You know? So they're going to have to redo the Codex. And then what they're going to do with fucking Watchmaster? Just leave him tiny? I feel like this is such a fuck up. Such a cock up on their end. Because what are they supposed to do with it? Don't get me wrong, cool models. Don't get me wrong, cool models. Just like, I'd be very interested to be a fly on the wall when they design this kit. You know? How long ago was it? You know? How long ago was it? Did it get shelved? Did it get dragged back out? I'd be very interested to know. But they'll never say, because they're fucking two up their own house. Maybe something called Primaris Deathwatch Veterans, yeah. I have like 90 Deathwatch Veterans, yeah. They've got, well, better get replacing them, bruv. You got someone's on 40 mil now. Also, the terrain's just reskinned Galadark. The terrain's quite cool, to be fair. But it is just Galadark, yeah. But I don't mind it. I think it's fun. I actually like the terrain. I think the Necrons are cool as well. I mean, we've already kind of had a fucking every cryptech known to man. We don't really need more. I like the Tomb Crawlers. They're fun. The Warriors. I don't think they're Warriors. I think there might be a glitch there. I don't think they're Warriors. But there is one random Necron Warrior in there for some reason. Do you think GW have just got to the point where they can't be arsed with 10th edition anymore? They're just going to shove stuff out in order to get ready for 11th? Probably. Warriors a generic term in Kill Team. Ah, of course, yeah. I'm an idiot. Yeah, it kind of feels like they are shoving a lot out. They are throwing a lot out. I'm just very interested to see how far away Leagues of Votan are, how long away Imperial Knights are, and whether they're going to do Drukhari this year. Sure, they've got to do Drukhari this year, because otherwise that's 6 months of no major faction release in 40k. So what do they do after that? I don't know why, but the Necron Warrior in there looks like he's seen some shit. Yeah, he does, yeah. Much like Kill Team Typhon, the box includes a full unit of MP non-playable operator miniatures. In this case, 10 warriors and 3 scarabs. Okay. You get 10 warriors in addition to this? That's kind of cool. Well, these came out in January, got indexed in June. I think the issue, not that I think, like, I fully expect Games Workshop to, like, fucking absolutely slap the latest faction in the new edition. It's that after Leagues of Votan and stuff, that's going to take us, if they do one a month, right? They do one in August, one in September, you know? Votan Knights. They're going to do Drukhari in November, right? Or are they going to do that thing again where, like, we're not releasing anything for 40k for 4 months? But yeah, selling the warriors with it is just a way to upsell it and put the price up, I think. It's just a way to make this box more expensive than it needs to be. But yeah, the Deathwatch kill team is very cool. It's very cool models. Very, very cool models, don't get me wrong. It's just like, I think there's something behind it. I'd be very interested to learn, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. When's the next big event that I'll have a preview? Nova? Probably Nova. I was noticing the Necrons in the walls. That's sick. You know? You see the Necrons in the walls? And those fucking things, they're massive. Holy shit. The reanimator thing's massive. I thought it was little. It's on 40mm base. That's sick. $40 or $50s, yeah. Definitely not 65s. I'll be honest, I felt really a bit left out with the previews, because obviously I was trying to play a game. It felt like everyone else was watching it, but I was just there. These are very funny. Imagine being this fucking guy. Imagine being this fucking guy coming out in January 2024 and your replacement model being announced 18 months later. Imagine. 18 months later, your model gets replaced. For one that's much better, much cooler. Comes with a horse. I always wanted one. I wanted one of these when it came out, but I was always a bit like, why does he look so weird? Was he one of the old unreleased models? I don't know. But it only came out last year. It was brand new last year. Part of the big re-release. The design philosophy is quite modern. But no, I think they saw how Old World made $1 bajillion, so they're like, yeah, go on then, we'll redesign it and release a horse. That horse model's sick. But I think they went, yeah, fucking Old World made $1 bajillion. But it's an old model. They didn't really say that. The Lich Priest is cool as well. Really cool. And the plastic these as well. Interesting. And it says, with the new plastic kits. Everything else is fine cast. All the characters. Well, not fine cast, Forge World resin or whatever. He looks cool as fuck. I love it. Proper Egyptian, you know what I mean? But then, yeah, a new Arcane Journal. So a new Old World Codex. 17... How many months? Came out in February. So, like... 15 months later. Old World Second Edition is 18 months away from a 3-year cycle. Whether it's on a 3-year cycle or not, I don't know. Remains to be seen. New campaign book with new units in it. It says Mortuary Cult. Oh, it's on more than just Tomb Kings. I thought it was a Tomb Kings Codex, like the other one. What's it called? Just Arcane Journal, Tomb Kings of Khemri. There's such a cool Soul Blight army to be made using the new Tomb King stuff like those Tomb Guard. Yeah. Yeah, definitely doable. It's almost what I was going to do with my Tomb Kings. I was going to make them Age of Sigmar, but I'm like... I play Old World now, so... What if they're going to update Slayers or leave them metal? Do Slayers even have rules? Bit of an odd naming convention, clearly the same thing. Yeah, because clearly I just made that mistake. Arcane Journal to me is Faction Codex, you know what I mean? Or equivalent of Faction Codex. All 5 of these characters have their rules available for free. Download the War Recruit website or release. You can get them onto Battlefield as soon as the glue is dry. Interesting. That's very, very interesting. I thought we were going to see supplements, to be honest. It does mean that all of these will have Oath of Moment, unlike Black Templars. Barrett was convinced it was a 2.0 codex. That would make would have made a lot of sense. But I think I'm surprised it's not supplement. But like people have said, it's like, what would you put in the supplement? But like clearly they weren't playing during fucking 8th edition where they had a supplement with 1 character in it. You know, like the fucking Salamander supplement was 2 characters. The Iron Hands supplement was 1 character. You know? It was fucking... What's his name? Ferris? Not Ferris. I can't remember his name. So infamous for so long. Pharos. Yeah. It was the Iron Hand supplement was 1 character datasheet, 20 stratagems, and some enhancements. Relics, what they were called. That was it. That was the entire supplement. 25 quid. It was 3 pages of rules. 1 datasheet, some relics, or enhancements, you call them now, and 20 stratagems. And God, was it broken. God, was it so fucking broken. But that was it. That was the whole book. So I was surprised they didn't do that again. I'm surprised they didn't do it again, but it looks like they're not going to bother. They're just going to make them all free. They definitely learned that free rules sell new models. So I kind of like that. Was that the Field No Painting reroll book? Sure was. Or you can just Google the rules. I nearly clicked on that, chat. Yo, can you get £16? Hell yeah, dude. This is how old it is, chat. This is when I first started getting preview supplements. This is one of the first things I got from Games Workshop. The most broken codex ever written.
Now is the time. Now we have the supplement. Iron Hands forever! I've never had a supplement. Now is the time to show our flesh-ridden brothers what the strongest of the Iron Hands can wield. Yes. No, not
What
this
did my
time.
hand do? What was my hand doing? I was telling Elliot off or something. That's all right.
Yes. No, not
I went
this
to
time.
grab something.
Ah, the relic itself, but I think there's more. Oh, 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 oh. Here it is.
Classic. Classic, bro. Classic. Old 4K, I mean, this was 8th edition. Old Hellstorm logo. Classic, bro. Why do they have so many intros? Why is there so many intros, so many animations? Why is it such long black screen?
Paris.
Look, Chai's got no head because he's Ferris Manus. Do you get it?
There we go. So, guys.
Chai's got no head. He's got no head because he's Ferris Manus. Do you get it? He's wearing silver gloves because he's got iron hands.
Good to Hellstormwargaming. This is the Iron Hands Ferris.
Back when Mikey was a serious YouTuber, bro. What are you talking about? He's wearing a green screen around his head. What are you talking about? He's wearing a green screen around his head, bro. That's maybe the suntan, though. I've not had one of those in a while.
So, Ferris, how are you these days? We have got
It's like an Elden Ring character, innit? Trying to talk to an Elden Ring character. They're like sat there looking like they're about to give you a quest, and then they go, and then that's it. That's all you get out of them.
new Iron Hands supplement.
That was peaking. Today we're getting AI rants and anime pony streams. I'm really glad you missed the old Hellstormwargaming. I love hearing that.
This is one of the first bar reports after we hit 10k. What do we say to that, Ferris?
The flesh is weak.
No, we'll just turn that down. There we go. Are you okay? Are your hands okay? So we have Iron Hands.
It's only just boys being boys. This is what it was. And then everyone like got married and shit. This is boys being boys.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Not you.
I'm so sorry on behalf of me and all your friends' lovely wives.
They all moved away, George. That was the problem. They all moved away. They got boyfriends.
Versus
They all got married and shit.
demons. Demons, maybe.
I'll kill him.
Have wonderful.
Married and
lovely
kids
wives.
and shit. God.
Even though
Lovely
Ferris
wives,
is here, I'm
lovely
using
I
it.
do love all their wives, yeah.
Yeah,
They're all
exactly.
great. They're all great. But boys, what could have been?
Iron hands.
No, you can't. Put your headphones back on. Darling, put your headphones back on.
Are you gonna
Them
start
fucking women!
Are you gonna be like, oh, and now my dining room is where my stupid bitch fiance works?
I didn't
what
say that.
Yeah, is that what you're going to say?
No. Well, now you've said it.
Because that makes sense, right?
Well, this is 30k. We're in 40k.
Yeah, it's true. Ferris, man,
Bear in mind that green screen is made of plastic as well. It's not even real fabric.
is a demon now confirmed. Are you going to play the inside game with those gloves on, Ferris? I mean,
Yes, they're really good for rolling dice.
Yes. I thought you had. How are you talking? You don't have a head. So, we're going to be playing 2,000 points. This is a new.
I did peak here, 10,000 subs. That was it. It's all been downhill ever since. You know? I did peak 5 years ago, bruv. What was the late? Oh, we released a t-shirt as well. Released a brother shirt, I think, in this battle report.
Mikey!
Thanks for the 3.
Super chat, £3. Happy wife, happy life.
She's happy. I said all the other people.
My friends.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Sleepstorm on the sofa gaming. Oh, that was fucking hell. I forgot we did this as well because we kept the bit going because now we just have Ferris's head.
Imagine. It's like labyrinth.
I forgot that after the intro we wrapped his body up and went, yeah, you'll just be the head. Oh.
Whoa!
Chat peak comedy.
Which one's lying? So, I want to thank Isaac again for lending us this army. It was really cool.
Classic shit. Look how brutal this was. The first battle report, we were like, yeah, Chaplain Dreadnought, because they're a bit broken. Triple Leviathan. What, 2 with double storm cannons?
Mikey!
And some whirlwinds.
Super chat, £5. Slightly annoyed wife, hilarious life.
They're talking about you, George.
Huh?
They're talking about you.
What do you
And
say?
he said, happy wife, happy life. And then Mercenary said, slightly annoyed wife, hilarious life.
I
You
didn't
know what? I
realise
agree.
that like getting engaged just meant being rage baited every day for the rest of my life. Like,
That is
literally.
true. That is just how it works
What I
now.
will say is, if I may be so bold,
I don't know, can you?
you and Elliot have glowed up infinitely since then.
Don't you think a little peak there? Peak male physique.
That haircut is criminal.
Haircut was bad, yeah. It was too long on the sides. It needed to be shorter. So it doesn't make my head look so round.
What? No. I think you both
an
have,
actual Iron Hands army.
with the love of good women, you are.
Don't you think Elliot's peak there?
Demons? Yeah. Demons, maybe?
You look so young. Holy shit.
I got a suntan look. I don't go outside anymore. YouTuber life.
Yeah, Elliot looks incredible.
Yeah. This is 5 years ago, can you believe?
So that's like when we probably just started seeing each other.
2019? Yeah, not long after we started seeing each other, yeah. Crazy, bro. Crazy. What's the latest comment? What do you think it is? 4 years ago. Love Elliot. Me too, bro.
Mood, yeah.
Me too, bro.
Same.
Me too. Anyway.
I stop being horrible and let you paint in peace.
I'm not being horrible. Just talk about boys being boys, that's all.
Being a poop.
Just talk about boys being boys. That's all I'm saying. I remember. Before they all left. Before they all left me. To do other things like
I'll
get
leave
married.
You do other things. You keep saying that.
What? My friend's moving away, so I don't see him as often because he used to come around every day. Ugh. Anyway. Chat, are we banning Imperial Knights? Last story of the evening. Are we banning Imperial Knights now? At some points, the boys became men. Yeah, that's true. Yeah? Nah. Banning is lame. Well, it's definitely interesting because the stats from this week from Meta Monday, 10% of people were playing Death Guard, 6 were playing Imperial Knights, 6 were playing Chaos Knights. You know, I do think we need to ban orks to fix this. That will probably be better. If everyone stopped playing orks, the general win rates of the entire Warhammer population would go up. Chaos Knights had a 61% win rate, Imperial Knights had a 60% win rate, and Death Guard had a 54%. Take out mirror matches, they all go roughly 4%. So we'll say on average, Chaos Knights have a 65% win rate, Imperial Knights have a 64%, and Death Guard have a 58%. Ironically, Death Guard closer to being balanced. Do a WTC deal, make up your own rules to change the Imperial Knights. That's true, we could do that. So they're definitely showing to be a little bit of a problem. Imperial Knights especially, but Chaos Knights have the higher win rate, which is actually quite surprising because I think on paper, Imperial Knights are a much better faction just because they have their old rules and they have a lot more access to allies. Death Guard won largest event. Steve Trimble won Tacoma Open. Shout out to him. We watched him on stream. He was the first game we watched with Boys Club back in the day. Their win rates are not the worst of their aim, by far the most played faction of the game, where their biggest opponents are with the Death Guard. With the Mirror Match, they have a 58% win rate. They only had 16 players go X and O on X and 1, a far lower percentage this week than the last 7 weeks. So, yeah, Death Guard proving to be very, very strong, but I do think other codexes are keeping up with Death Guard, but definitely earlier codexes aren't keeping up with them, you know? It is kind of, they are kind of like playing their own game right now. What is this music? It's from Xenoblade, bruv. So like Death Guard, Imperial Knights, Chaos Knights, Thousand Suns, all those factions are definitely feeling like they're playing 10th edition 2, where everyone else is still playing 10th edition. It's definitely an uphill battle for everyone else. But Knights have both kinds of made up 12% of the meta overall, and both varieties have a 60% win rate and lots of event wins. Sorry, my zombie brothers, but all this screams emergency FAQ, time to fix this sinking ship. Yeah, Knights are definitely a problem. I think if we see another week or two of this, another week or two of this sort of win rate, I think we might start seeing a very similar reaction to what we had with orks, with the Daka detachment, more Daka detachment. Because it's becoming it is a problem. We knew it was a problem as soon as the rules came out, you know? We all joked and said it was a nerf because it lost a point of toughness. It's definitely extremely strong. And the win rates are starting to get extremely high. Death Guard, ironically, not as high as Mordaka. Imperial Knights, not as high as Mordaka. But Chaos Knights, yes. Chaos Knights are starting to prove this week, especially. This is the first proper week of extremely high win rates. They've obviously had high win rates already, but this is like the extreme version. They are proving to be a little bit of a problem. And obviously the previous reaction was if anything's got more than a 63% win rate, to ban it. Chaos Knights have a 64% win rate, or 65. You know? So, are Imperial Knights going to get banned? I don't think they're far away, definitely. I definitely, if someone was going to be like, I'm banning Imperial Knights from my events, I wouldn't be surprised. You know? The problem is, if you ban Imperial Knights, you're essentially banning the faction completely. With Mordaka, what a lot of TOs did was ban the detachment, which was new, which is not something that people have been playing for a while. It was brand new, and they banned explicitly a detachment. With Imperial Knights, you can't really ban a detachment because they essentially have one other one, and it is awful. Now, they still win because they're Imperial Knights, but they only have access to 2 detachments, one of them being from Grotmus, which is the Admech ally one. So with Imperial Knights, it's a little bit of a problem. With Chaos Knights, they're just generally good. It doesn't really matter what detachment they run. So you can't really ban a detachment for Chaos Knights. You can't really ban a detachment for Imperial Knights. So then you have to start going to arbitrary, like Germany saying they had an only 3 big knights rule, which is like a bit arbitrary, but it's not an awful fix for the problem where people are just getting overwhelmed with how many big knights there are on the board. But it's definitely an issue. It's definitely not something that's like, oh, we just let it just ride it out. It's definitely showing to be a problem. And I think that we'll probably see a community reaction sooner rather than later. I don't think we can go like another couple of weeks and nights dominating without not one TO going, this is too much, you know? As me, someone running an event in August, it's something that's on my mind, you know? It's at the end of August, by the way. It's supposed to put shop in chat. It is the end of August, but it's kind of like something that's a little bit on my mind right now with like Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights are proving to be absolutely extreme compared to other factions, even to Death Guard. And it's like, maybe something needs to be done, you know? Germany do always knee-jerk, yeah. There's a particular TO over there, I think, that is clearly very much loves a knee-jerk reaction rather than a reserved reaction, which is like fine, whatever. But it's always, Germany is doing this, where really it's one TO and it's spreading around, and the news travels around Europe quite quickly because they're quite interconnected, which is not exactly a bad thing. Please don't tell me that I'm painting a big knight right now. You have to remember, Raziel, for every knight that you paint, 5 opponents have a bad time, you know? That's what you have got to remember, is like when people are like, oh, please don't because I'm playing Chaos Knights, you have to remember that for every person that you upset by banning Chaos Knights, there's 5 people on average that they'll play that won't have an awful time, you know? Maybe they'll win against you, maybe they won't win against you, but you have to remember this, like, if there's an army that's doing extremely well and it's making people have a terrible time, my concern is making sure everybody at an event has a great time, not everybody who dodged Chaos Knights. You know what I mean? I didn't, no. I didn't lose, no, to be fair. But it's one of those. It's that's like your concern when as a TO, as a tournament organizer, I'm putting on an event, you know what I mean? I want people to come over and have fun. I don't want people to be like, I had fun because I didn't play Chaos Knights, or I had a terrible time because I played Chaos Knights, or Imperial Knights, or whatever. So it's difficult. It's very difficult, yeah. How would you change Knights, Mike? It just points back up. As in, how would I fix the faction, or how would I fix them for my own event? It's kind of 2 questions, I guess. How would I fix the faction? They're far too cheap. The points just go back up. The points go back up. 50 on each big chassis. How do I fix it in my own event? I don't know. Probably put a limit on how many big ones. Probably say, yeah, like 3 big ones. Because Canis and 3 Atroposes are fucking insane. You know? And you can confidently say that's probably would win. Because there's like no other way to get around it, really. You either limit the big ones or you put fake points on them, and then everyone's like, why are you making up points for armies? 30 points on each large chassis would do a number, I think. $30 points is like a nice balance where there's still a lot of points drop, but it like reduces 90 to 120 points to the list. So they get one less big little dog, you know? Are people making Atropos out of Astartes chassis with 3D brick knobs? Yeah, 100%. I almost bought Elliot's the other day because I know Elliot's got one. I was like thinking about it. I got Atropos on the shelf. I've got 3 Cerastus on the shelf. I was like, maybe I could just buy Elliot's Atropos and stick the guns on a Cerastus, you know what I mean, on a plastic one. Make it rule of 1 for big knights. That's not actually the worst idea I've heard. If you made them all rule of 1, it'd stop you spamming Atropos, but you still get to play it. You still get overwhelmed by 5 big knights, but at least they're not all atropos. You know? At least they're not all atropos. Rule of One's interesting. Rule of One's have a good one, I think. Taking dupes is oppressive, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because you look at, like, fucking Chaos Knights, and it's like 4 of them are far, far above what they should be. Rule of One's not ridiculous either. It literally just stops people spamming the same one. You know what I mean? Imperial Knights can still play. Chaos Knights can still play. Taking juice is oppressive. It's like you only play knights to win, not actually enjoying, have fun, enjoy the army. Yeah, because that's kind of like a... Yeah, it nerfs the biggest problem, right? What if only one of each big knight? Mercenary on about 5-minute delay, bruv. That's what Rule of One is. Yeah, that's not an awful shout. With the prevalence of knights, no wonder Emperor's Children are doing so bad. Yeah, Emperor's Children have a biblical fall-off. Where are they? God, they're so far down. They hit knights and just die. 40% win rate. I mean, that's pretty surprising. That's still quite a high win rate. For the worst army to be 40% this week, that's pretty interesting. It's surprising to see Custodes so far down at this point, to be honest. Where's Space Marines? 46. That's not too bad. People running Vanguard having the best time. I've seen Firestorm's definitely interesting as well. Firestorm's a lot more popular these days. Remember when I took that to fucking America and got smashed? Got smashed every game. I remember. I tried out the Stormlands list the other day and I really liked it. I really, really like the Stormlands list. I'm so scared Leagues of Vertex is going to come out broken, strong, and hard to justify playing them. Yeah, probably, mate. They're going to be strong because they're new. Dark Angel Stormlands is good. I was running the Ultramarine one. I was running the triple storm. Excuse me, triple storm speed Stormraven. I really liked it. I thought it was really good. Do they have Ultramarine stats on here, or is it just Space Marines? No. Yeah, I really liked it. The triple storm speed was pretty nuts, to be honest. They're so efficient for the points, I think. They're so fast. I can't remember any points here, though. Yeah, the Hammer Strike is 125 points and comes with 4 Strength 9 weapons. 2, 3, 4, 7 shots. 7 Strength 9 weapons is pretty funny, to be honest. And I think when I was playing, I was only using 1 Crackstorm. Yeah, 105 points for 7 strength 9 shots is pretty deep. We plus 1 to wound, effectively strength 12. Pretty good. Pretty good for 120 points. They're quick as well. They're so quick. 14-inch move with a potential auto advance 6 and get a assault. pretty fun. Pretty fun. I liked it. I'm hopefully going to be playing it again this week, see what it's like. Anyway. That's where we're at. Are we going to have to ban Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights? It's definitely on the table, I would say. It's definitely on the table. It's not a... No, Micah, that's stupid, because they are outperforming everything. They're outperforming most armies quite convincingly. Just bring your best in faction award from All Stars. Can't ban them, just need a tweak. Like I said, it's the grounds, the track record for banning factions, the trajectory that a faction would go on where it has been called out and banned by other TOs. Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights are on that trajectory. Not quite there yet. No, I'm not like saying it do it today. I'm not saying it doing it in 3 days. But in like 1 to 2 weeks, if they're still like over 65% win rate, TOs should probably do something to force Games Workshop's hand again, because it's getting a bit ridiculous, you know? I think it's honestly fucking stupid. Can you ban the whole faction? I don't think so. That's the problem, you know? I don't think you can just ban the whole faction. Chaos Knights are too varied to be able to ban a single detachment, and Imperial Knights only really have 1 detachment, you know? Forcing them to buy AdMech is not really that fair. So yeah, to tweak the rule of 1 is not a crazy idea, to be honest, because that actually fixes, in my opinion, fixes the problem completely, you know? I think rule of 1, if I was going to do it today, if I was going to announce like a problem with or like a fix for knights for my own event, like, even though I really got told that idea like 10 minutes ago, I think rule of 1 is a great idea. It's not something I'm announcing right now, but if things don't change for another week or 2, maybe that's something I have to think about. That's a very nice like middle ground to fix, where you don't have to ban a detachment, because that's really impossible. Because if you ban 1 detachment in Chaos Knights, you really have to ban them all, barring maybe Infernal. And it doesn't completely force Imperial Knights to buy AdMech models. I said for those that wasn't stupid. Yeah, because I think, like, jokes aside, even if you said that off the cuff, that's actually a great idea. Because again, the problem is people spamming the double battle cannon knight, you know, the double battle cannon Chaos Knights, or even double battle cannon, double Avenger Gatling cannon. Oh, it's actually it's way harder for Chaos Knights to do that. It's actually more difficult for Chaos Knights to do it, because then they only have like 3 large knights. They just do it for Imperial Knights and laugh at them. Just ban Chaos Knights instead. Data sheets. Abominant, Desecrator, Despoiler, Rampager, Ruinator. Okay, they do have like 5. Okay, they do have like 5. What have we walked into? How do we fix Imperial Knights and Chaos Knights if I was running a tournament in 2 weeks? Which I'm not running a tournament at the end of the month. That's supposed to put shop. It would be some good drama for me to do it tomorrow. It would be good drama if I announced it tomorrow. I might sell some tickets. Yeah, maybe I'll do it this week. Make knights in rule of 1. Interesting. Interesting. I'll ban orks at the same time. Yeah, good idea. Anyway, chat, I don't know if you knew, but every single Thursday, if you're local, I run a competitive club at the Outpost. !Outpost in chat. If you're local to Sheffield, you can join the Outpost Discord and join in every single Thursday for our comp club from 6 till 10. It's free to play. It's free to come play. You get to play on tournament terrain every single week. It'd be really cool if anyone fancied a game, you want to join in the comp club. It's I'll be there playing games as well, trying out my Stormlands list. You don't need to be painted or anything. It's just a night to meet up and play competitive games, basically. Practice for a tournament, etc. Managing expectations and all that shit. So that happens every single Thursday, and I am holding an event at the Outpost at the end of August, and I have a team event in December. So if you wanted to check out either of those, that would be great. But otherwise, I'm going to call it a night there. It's 9:15. I'm gonna go. I'm back on Wednesday morning with the morning news, going over things that have been happening in the community at large. There's a couple of things that I haven't quite covered yet. I haven't talked about Warhammer pulling out of Ukraine. I haven't talked about a couple of other things which I'll be covering on Wednesday morning, and the dramas around those. So thanks so much for watching, and hopefully I'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Bye. Thank you. Bye. See you Wednesday.